Today on the Daily Scoop podcast from the Scoop News Group, federal courts will ramp up the security of filing systems after recent escalated cyber attacks. And Jamie Holcombe steps down as USPTO CIO. It's Friday, August 8th, 2025. Welcome to the Daily Scoop podcast, where you'll hear the latest news and trends facing government leaders. I'm the host of the Daily Scoop podcast, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for joining me. Let's get into today's top headlines. The U.S. judiciary announced plans to increase security for sensitive information on its case management system following what it described as, quote, recent escalated cyber attacks of a sophisticated and persistent nature, unquote. In a Thursday statement, the federal judiciary said it's taking additional steps to strengthen protections for that information. It also said it is further enhancing security of the system to block future attacks, and it is prioritizing working with courts to mitigate the impact on litigants. The statement from the third branch comes a day after a Politico report revealed that its case filing system had recently been breached. That report cited unnamed sources who were concerned that the identities of confidential court informants may have been compromised. While the federal court's statement acknowledged a recent escalation in cyber attacks on its case management system, it didn't confirm details of the reported breach. In a response to a FedScoop request for additional information about the reported attack, a spokesman for the Administrative Office of the U.S. Courts declined to comment and pointed back to the statement. The reported hack and statement come after a cyber breach of the same system in 2020. In early 2021, during a hack of SolarWinds' Orion products, the federal courts disclosed that it found, quote, apparent compromise, unquote, of the case management electronic case files system and was investigating the matter. Its statement after the breach similarly indicated that, quote, federal courts are immediately adding new security procedures to protect highly sensitive confidential documents filed with the courts, unquote. In other news, Jamie Holcombe is joining Maryland-based technology company USAI after wrapping up roughly 6.5 years as the Chief Information Officer of the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. Holcombe, who served as both CIO and Chief AI Officer at USPTO, will be vice president of the AI firm with a focus on scaling its technology throughout the federal government, according to a Thursday announcement from the company. Holcombe's last day at the agency was Wednesday, according to a USPTO spokeswoman. Deborah Stevens, deputy CIO for the agency, will serve as acting CIO. At USPTO, Holcombe oversaw one of the federal government's largest IT transformations per the announcement. That work included leading the agency's transition to a cloud-first environment and the launch of its AI lab where USPTO can test use cases. As part of his new role, Holcombe will work to expand USAI's intelligent computing platform, which is aimed at accelerating the adoption of AI in sectors that are highly regulated across government. He will also lead the company's strategy to align its technology with its use in public sector and regulated areas, scaling codeless and zero-trust tools, and build on the company's values of clarity, security, and accessibility in AI deployment. For more news at the intersection of the federal government and technology, make sure to visit FedScoop.com. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of the Daily Scoop podcast, available on all podcast platforms. If you've already rated the podcast on your platform of choice, thanks so much. High ratings and good reviews of the show help more people to find it. The Daily Scoop podcast is a production of the Scoop News Group in Washington, D.C. Adam Butler and Carlin Fisher help put the show together, and the entire Scoop News Group team contributes. We'll be back tomorrow with more top headlines. Until then, I'm your host, as always, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for listening.